Vigelegele kwa Yesu. Tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Tunakuinua Bwana, tunakuinua maana unastahili. Oh, tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Oh, tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Tunakuinua Bwana, wewe wa ajabu. Tunakuinua maana unastahili. Umestahili Yesu, umestahili Yesu, umestahili Baba, umestahili Baba. Oh, umestahili Yesu, umestahili Yesu, umestahili Baba, umestahili Baba. Oh, umestahili Yesu, umestahili Yesu, umestahili Baba, umestahili Baba. 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 Tunalia jina lako tukisema ni asante. Unastahili kuabudiwa, unastahili heshima. Just lift your hands and give glory. Mwambie anastahili asubuhi ya leo. Anastahili sifa za mioyo yetu. Oh, you are worthy, King of glory. Bless your holy name. We glorify your holy name, for you are precious, oh God. You are exalted in your marvelous, King of glory. Oh, we give you praise, we give you honor. Receive all the adoration and all the exaltation, oh God, for you are worthy, King of glory. Oh, you are gracious. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. In heaven and the earth, you are worthy to be praised. the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Oh, you are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Oh, you are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Father, you are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You've got times and seasons in your head. You called for light out of darkness. You don't need a man to be the God you are, but you have chosen to call me your own. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Oh, you are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Oh, you are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself.
We declare you are God, and we are your own creatures, created in your own image. Holy God, you are the architect who designed us. You are the engineer who engineered us. You are the origin of the idea that we be. And behold, you put us on this earth at a time like this. You that is God Almighty, who knows the beginning from the earth from the beginning. We worship you this morning, and we stand here in confidence, knowing you are God, who is able to make us a people worthy to subdue the earth, worthy to take dominion, a people who are bringing glory to your name in all that we do. I pray, enable us, Lord. Let knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, O God, be upon us. And let your spirit and your knowledge, O God, lead us, because we trust you in Jesus' name. Amen. Praise the Lord. Yeah, you may get seated. There must be some angels allowed here. What has happened? People are seeing seats occupied. Oh, okay. We thank God one more time for enabling us to assemble here again this second day of May. And we are really grateful that we have got this opportunity to be here. The summit started on Thursday, and we are here on this Saturday to do one more session tomorrow. And we thank God for his kindness. All of you online, those of you online, we thank you, we welcome you. We also thank you for your response and your being a part of what we are doing. when we are blessed. We are in Zion City. In Zion City, we are blessed. And we welcome all of you online to go through with us in this session. We thank God for his kindness to us. We also thank God for his servant, the prophet, who has enabled us to be able to have such a program. And we are grateful. Because Pastor Hilda is in the house. Give her a hand clap. We honor you, Pastor, for many things. I normally choose my words when I'm talking about her for many reasons. But we honor you for many things, and we are blessed. Praise the Lord. Shake the hand of your neighbor and tell your neighbor now. I say now. Yeah, tell your neighbor again now. Now tell your neighbor, thank you for being here now. For now is very important. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this meeting was not to come and have some talk over a few days and then be that we only had a summit because we are a church or we are people who normally have summits. It would be not useful at all if we do not have an impact that will impact not us only, but will impact those that we come across. The major reason for this summit is to make sure that we are better grown, we are achieving more, and we are getting up the ladder. You see, there's nothing bad in this world. My goodness. So I assume you are seeing here. Oh, you can see? Oh, that's okay. You see, everybody in this world is born here, where the multitudes are. The popular multitudes of Prophet Joel, who said multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision. And I don't know why he did not give them hope. Because he said, multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision. And the day of the Lord shall meet them where? In the valley of decision. In this world, if you were born by a woman like me, just checking up because there could be some guys who are not born of a woman. If you are born by of a woman like me, you grew up in a situation where you are guided through life. And because the majority of the world is here, we all came here. The biggest disappointment on earth is we die here. Where you are the crowd, you just came, you live simply the way other people live. You eat, you drink, you make some little money, you make very little impact because the only impact you make here is very little. But you are given an opportunity in life to make a choice. And the choices we make are very important. Now, here is where education fights us. Because here is where also the teacher, who sometimes is still here, here is where our parents, who are sometimes still here, in that big cloud, still train us. And therefore, like I said again, and I should repeat, when we reach an age where we realize we have matured, every person must make a decision, a deliberate decision, to draw a line. To say, mimi walinilea. They did. Oh, it's no Kiswahili. Okay. It's mimi walinilea. Na wakanifunza vile walinifunza. Na wamejaribu sana. Ukweli, nimesaidika, nimefika hapa. Lakini mimi nataka kuwa nini na nataka kwenda wapi? This is a question almost 85% of people don't ask. Because you have found yourself somewhere and you fit. And you feel comfortable, you are fated.
And I think this is where it all starts. So despite all these lessons, if you don't take a personal responsibility of yourself by making a decision, because the systems of the earth made you who you are, in that maybe an opportunity came and you got the job you work in, or you got the business you work in, or you got married where you got married, married who you married. All those things came up. But now, can you imagine if you die, that person who never made a decision about who they want to be? So, we have had those sessions, and of course, we are continuing. And I'm believing each one of us has one purpose. The more you go this way, the more you become worthwhile. In fact, the more you climb up, when you get out of them, at least by the end of this class, at least to the least, I would expect everybody to move out of here and to come in here. Then they give themselves time. Then you give yourself time and decide, where else do I want to go? The further you go climbing, the more impact you are able to bring down. If you stay here, your impact is little. The people are struggling to open the door. Is it locked? Okay. I'm saying, concentrate here. I only wanted to say all doors should be open, but I thought that's not my responsibility. Now, I'm only saying a simple thing. We must decide and desire to move away from the crowd and go up, because we are only useful when we help others. I hope you're getting me. And you're not going to help people in this ground. You are going to be useful to men when you get here, because your impact is able to come downwards and be value. And you know, the one challenge we have had as Christians is that we have really learned a lot of spiritual things. And it's beautiful. We have learned about ages, about heaven, about talking in tongues, about prophesying, about giving our tithe, about what haven't we, about being baptized, about so many things. But then we avoided or did not capture one thing quickly. That all these things, where all these things must be done here on this journey to going to heaven. So when Jesus said, I'm coming soon, he's the same one who said, occupy until I. So he did not just say, I'm coming soon, so now. You stay there, wait, seated. He said, come on. Me, I'm the one who is coming. And I'm the one who has the responsibility to come. Now you have one responsibility, occupy. So you have to keep occupying until I have come. And this is what we are training ourselves to. We have been we are learning to occupy. And by the end of this session today, I would be expecting each one of us, because I know some are already there, to have a position you occupy that you can call my position. I mean, unasimama pahali dunia unasema, this is my position. And everybody looking can realize, surely, hiyo position ni yake. Hapo kuna mtu. It's very important, because you have to have a name. You have to have a name. This is not the name your mother gave you or your father gave you. You have to have a name that the earth calls you by your position. I mean, be careful not to preach. Now, that's me who was talking to myself. Now, you see, when people see you going up, they call you something. Like I'm going to say, if you are in this Nanyuki, if we talk, for example, we talk about somebody like there are guys who make vehicles somewhere that are called Kibe Motors. Now, that's a name they have given themselves. But there has to be a name that is given this way. Anybody wants a motor vehicle repaired in all, any mechanical issue of a vehicle in Nanyuki, when people start talking, they would talk about that guy, that Kibe who repairs motor vehicles. And your identity, you are not your identity really. Your name is connected to an occupation that people know. The best person who can do this is this. That is what I'm talking about. The best person who can do this is this. And this is where you have to make a decision, because you have to do a lot of things. Now, I don't want to lose I don't want to lose the direction I'm going, because I want to do two things together. Today we are doing a program, a 90-day program of growth. And this one I said I'm guaranteeing. When we follow this for 90 days, certainly if you will be in the position you are in today, then please confront me. I will, this is guaranteed. I would pay you. I would pay you 100K if it doesn't work. Because it has worked with me. It has worked with so many people. It's true. It's, you can't, somebody commented on the WhatsApp when they were advertising this summit and said, you can't challenge results. You just can't. You can talk many things, but you can't challenge results. If you don't like what I say, it's all right. But you can't challenge who I am. Because it's me, you see. You can say anything, you can think anything, but you can challenge who you can challenge results. You can challenge, somebody shows you, open your eyes, have a look. See that. See that. That is why Jesus performed miracles. So that men can see, and they don't just talk about the Son of God. They will see the acts. And the acts will be a firm answer to the doubters and the skeptics and anybody who would. That is it. And that's why even the scripture would say very quickly, show me your faith. I show you my works. We are here for works. We are here for works. And it would be very, very unfortunate if you sit in such a place and you can't show works. But I can assure you, I believe you came here because you want to show some work. Now, let's get back down. I seem to be anointed to preach. I seem towards that direction. Let me come to a lesson. Good morning, class. Everybody say good morning, sir. Good morning, class. Yeah, I thank you for coming this morning to this class. Kindly note as we go on, you have a right to lift up your hand and say, teacher, please. And I will keep quiet and listen to anything you'd want to say. You don't sit like that and they just look at me. You have a right to stop anywhere and they say anything and ask any question. We yesterday did something that I don't know why, my heart told me yesterday like some people got something. Honestly, I don't know, honestly, sincerely, my heart confessed to me, you have helped someone. And somehow it motivated me to sleep very well. Because I feel you're only worth when you can reproduce into somebody. Now, despite us talking about money, there is something I would like to say about money that is very, very important. So that I can come to the program. Listen to me. We must realize that we are not money chasers. Lest we make a mistake and feel that to become who you want to be, you want to chase money. Is it the word chase? Is the word chase written like this? What is the right? What have I left out? Oh, he's this way. You must know I taught English up to including every level for 17 years in this country. But I'm retired, so I have a right to misspellings. Now, retired does not mean I'm tired. I said I stopped that. I'm doing something else. So you chase money. We don't chase money. There is nothing more dangerous in this world than to be a money chaser. Because a money chaser is a stress chaser. Because you never have enough. A money chaser is owned by money. A money chaser is owned by money. You find you are owned by money. You are owned by money, so you are always there, struggling, running around. Most money chasers will do anything. They will not regard their health. They will not regard their dignity. Because there's that urge to have more. And let me tell you here, you will never have enough. Even if you become a trillionaire, despite all we are saying, you should have abundance. But make sure you have abundance, not by chase, because you'll die young. In fact, I lost a friend of mine who I up to today feel pain about. Because I don't know what happened to him, and now he just felt money. And somehow he fell where money was. And he really pursued money, and he did many big things. Recognizable things. You could even today, some are seen there. But finally, he had some health problems because of some stress brought about by chasing money. And in the chasing, he was not straightforward, and therefore some law started chasing him. And when the law started chasing him, he lost his peace, and he became very frustrated. But still he was chasing money. He couldn't stop even when he was chased by the law. So he continued chasing money until he got some kind of a sickness that he was not able to overcome because he was still chasing money. Chasing money is addictive. Don't be an addict. Because money should not own you. You should not have anxiety. You know, if you want to know what chasing money is, you find yourself anxious. Every month, you are anxious. You find you have no peace. You have what they call golden handcuffs. In fact, if you want to save your life, make sure you don't have golden handcuffs. Because you go on handcuffs permanently. You don't have your freedom. You are a captive. You are a prisoner of money. And therefore, you are always running after money. We don't run after money. In fact, it is not even money we need. What we need is freedom to choose. You see, money enables us to have choices. And that's what we must understand. Because like I said yesterday, money is a tool, like a djembe, like an axe. As something you can use to take you where you want. Money is a tool to pay your air ticket to go and visit Hawaii. Money is a tool to go to the market and buy cabbages. Money is a tool to enable you to look the way you look, nice and clean. And you need that as strong a tool as possible. The more powerful your tool is, the more the work it can do. So you need your tool to be powerful. You don't you just want, like I said yesterday, your salary. Because you see what salaries, particularly when they are at some level, do is that they keep you on a survival mood. Yesterday we covered something. I didn't put it in levels, but now I can put them because so that we can go forward. You see what happens is, you find that sometimes if you are in this place, you are permanently a survivor. If you are not careful. But when you are not owned, come on. Yeah, sometimes when you are here, if you don't know how to deal with your money, you become a survivor. It is always on a survival mode. If you find yourself here, whether employed or what, whether in active income or inactive income, please know you are making yourself somebody who is owned. You are handcuffing yourself with golden handcuffs. What you need to do is get out of it. And that's why we said you glow down and develop something that will not make you threatened. When you see like your job is about to end and you feel a threat and you order. I've seen men who owned quite something. In fact, I've always remembered, or not even, forget about what I am remembering, even you. You know some people who are even cabinet ministers. I've mentioned, you know them in this country. Some were huge people in government who are earning the money you know they earn. And you have seen them on papers. There's one time they brought one almost headline, wakapiga pisha kanyumba kake somewhere in the wilderness. He was living in a house that made of iron sheets. 10 by 10. Because money, the Bible says, no, is it the Bible? Does the Bible say money has wings? Because money has wings. So what you need is not money. You need a tool to enable you to have choices. Don't just have the mentality that nipate pesa mingi, then I get a lot of money then. You see, you need to have a lot of money, but the money should be owned by you. You must be the owner. What you own, you control. What you own, you manage. What you own, you use properly. What you own does not own you. You tell it what to do. You are the master. You are the master. You own it. And that's why yesterday we said what you should do is always try when you are developing some business, develop a business here, but develop another here that will enable you to develop this by this one becoming a buffer of the things that you normally have. If you are not there yesterday, let me not repeat that class for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. So, what we need is to be clear of what we want, because all we want are choices and options. Because when we have got choices, that we have got options, we are able to be a people who are living our life fully. And options and choices are given by the ability to be an owner of money. Because when you own the money, you are able to to have options. You are not in a corner. You are not in a corner where you are fixed. You don't know how to get out. At least you have got some money that can take you out. I mean, for example, if you find yourself you're in a tight, healthy thing and you need to go see a doctor, money gave you an insurance. So you can go see the doctor and not be bothered that I will not have money to pay for this. You bought an insurance policy because you are clever. Because you also want to protect yourself. Money enables you to eat well, to go to the gym if you want, or to whatever. It enables you to do things that will keep you healthy. Because you know without health, you have nothing. So you master it to enable you to sleep well. You don't sleep in a mattress that is making your backbone become like the camel's backbone. You sleep in a good mattress because you have got what? Options that have been given you by what? Money. You are getting me? These are the things that matter. You do it well. And like we said yesterday, you also learn from money. Money enables you to learn skills. And you get knowledge. So when you have got options, you learn skills. You know how to do things by training yourself. You use money for that. And by the way, I did mention this because I don't have all the time for that. But they say the biggest investment you can make on yourself are two. One, in health. Second, in skills. Because the returns you get from any skill, it has been estimated by a number of opinion leaders that an investment in skill gives back 400 times. Like, for example, if you know how to drive today, you went somewhere, paid some money, and you discovered how to drive. Look at how many kilometers you have driven and how many hours of life you have saved by shortening the distances by driving by just one skill, driving. You're getting me? It is called buying back time. It is so much investment. This is very important. Skills are very important. So you are given options. You are able to buy back time. So when you do that, what happens is you live a life where you are money calm. Don't be worried by the teacher. This is a very nice teacher. He makes very good notes for you. If you don't make yours, you'll not read mine. Now, if your money can't make you calm any time of your life, then think about it a little bit different. And when you get money, and whenever you think about money, it's like you are an easy animal. It's like, please, get yourself down and realize that this is a tool. And start setting it to the right places to do what it ought to do. That way, you get into what we call the freedom mode. And that what the freedom mode gives you mostly is peace. If you don't have peace with money, my friend, you are chasing it. Learn to have peace with it. Peace with it is not to be an escapist. Please don't mistake it. Not to be an escapist. Where you don't want to face the truth. You don't want to face the reality. That's not it. It is you know how to govern your money so that it gives you rest on the right and on the right and on the left and in the front on the goals you want to achieve and the things you want to do. And these are decisions you have to make. If you don't make them, you'll find yourself tense, even when you should not be tense, because you never made up your mind. You must make up your mind early. I told you the big statement. That statement, I've always said it to myself a million times. In times of war, prepare for peace. In times of peace, prepare for war. So that when the famine comes, wakati hakuna, haujui utoe wapi. That's why I told you yesterday. Learn to do something survivors don't do. Never use all your salary. Always said you are 10% somewhere, or 20 or 20% somewhere. Put it on somewhere where it's earning some interest. That is something good for you. If an emergency comes, you can be able to get a piece of it to help you, because it is a tool supposed to help you. It's not supposed to be there to be celebrated by others. It is there to give you peace. So that's why we are talking about this. So, you know, if somebody is quoting, I've got pastors here, serious Christians like me here. They are saying, but listen, I don't need money for that. I don't even need to, never mention peace on things money, because Jesus said, I came that you might have peace and have it more abundantly. So I am. Therefore, you have got peace. My friend, you know, there is a difference between illusions. Is that the way it's written? Does it have a double S? It doesn't. You see, I know the spelling. You have spelled it. It is illusion. There is a difference between an illusion and a reality. You are supposed, to seek the peace of Jerusalem. The Bible would say, seek the peace of Jerusalem. There are some things you have to do in life for you to live at peace. The Bible says, be at peace with all men. Meaning it is your responsibility. It is not a miracle. It's a thing you have to decide. And therefore, even on money and all that, we must learn to give ourselves peace. And the only way we can do it is to allow money never to be our master. Never. If you want, they say if you want to know a man, give him money. And it has been proved, I have seen some, if you give me 1 billion shillings now, will I be here on Sunday? Let me tell you the truth. I believe I have come a journey. I will not even notice it. I have 1 billion shilling things to do that I need to do before I leave this world. You only behave the other way because you have not set reasonable goals. Because really, every money that everybody touches gets away from their hearts. And you must understand this. So even as we touch these things, the personal, mental, emotional, and spiritual development is very important for you to be wealthy and rich. So don't separate money from educating your head. Please don't separate money from glowing your spiritual self. Don't separate money, don't. Because if you do, you will find yourself, because you are not established in yourself, you'll find yourself losing. And you'll find yourself being stressed by money. And you don't find stability. You live a person who is not stable. And therefore you don't get freedom. But now, let's get to what we promised to do. Now, may I ask, or may I first of all do this, because it is important. I've just noted something I wrote down and I had told myself, please give this formula. I like being formulas. Please write this formula. F, no, FS. FS equals E plus D E plus D plus U minus, I'm doing this for guys who love math like me. I told you yesterday I got everything in math from behind. A plus S plus O. A plus S plus O. It's a very big formula. So you add this and you minus this. So if you want financial stress, I'm giving you how to be stressed. This is how to get financial stress. Financial stress equals expenses. Financial stress, FS. Financial stress equals expenses plus debts plus uncertainty. You're not certain, of course, of anything. You don't have a plan. You don't have a focus. You have not sorted. Minus assets plus skills plus options. Come again. Options. If you want to be stressed, please be somebody who doesn't handle these things. Understand your expenses and understand your debts. When you understand your expenses and you understand your debts, you get understanding. Don't just let things happen. You have an understanding of, am I spending too much than I should be spending? Am I spending the right way? Am I taking a lot of debts? Am I allowing myself to be a debtor? Is it easy for me to take debts? And you remember yesterday we agreed with those who are in the class that everybody who attends this class should almost take an oath. You should never take a mobile debt because you don't pay interest that are killing you. But let's move forward. So you see, you have to have understanding because you need to understand. You need to have an understanding. You need to understand where you are in these things. Then you subtract your assets. You must know what assets you have. You must know what do you call your assets. What are your assets? What are these things that make you well? What are those things that are, let me put it this way. What are those things that are bringing you money? Simply. What are those things that are bringing you money? You know them. You know those things that are bringing you money. Then, or you add to those ones skills. It is the skill that makes you money. What you have in your hands, your abilities, those things, the skills, they are the ones that earn you money. The skills that you have that earn you money. The better skilled you are, the more you earn. And then, of course, options, plus options. So you must have some money so that will give you some options. You are not somebody who is cornered, that you don't know what to do. You must, in life, everybody to be responsible must have this. Must have assets, plus skills, plus options. This is when you say you are making money. When you are able to have assets, you are able to have skills, and they give you options. This is the A plus S plus O. This is very important. In fact, there's something you should always remember. Always make sure you develop assets. Make sure you grow your skills so that you can be able to have options. So when you add your assets plus your skills, and then you add the options you have, you become wealthy. Because options are the ones that you take. They are the ones that enable you to do a lot of things. If you go to the other side and bring where the minus is, and you go from the E It simply tells you what you should concentrate on in this life. Make sure, like we said yesterday, all I should have now, Abel, be careful. Okay, I think I told myself not to do today, so I'm latching to do them. Then I must stop myself. Now, listen. The thing that, let me say it because I wanted to jump it, but let me say it. You must learn to pull down expenses every day you live. Your life must be a pull life. So come on. Your life must be a pull life where you pull expenses down always. You must learn to pull expenses down. Never allow expenses to go up. When they come, pull them down. Because, to tell you a serious statement, because you don't become wealthy by what you don't spend. Come on, come again. Sorry, now, just a moment. Don't like that. Don't like that. Just me clearly. Let me put it with more clarity. Let me put it with more clarity because this is important. This is important. You don't become wealthy by what you earn. You become wealthy by what you don't spend. You don't become wealthy by the money you get. No, look at people. People get money, my friends. People get money. Serious money. But they remain in a situation of chasers who are poor. And they have no peace, they have no safety. They don't have that comfort. So you don't become wealthy by what you earn. You become wealthy by what you don't spend. So you must learn to pull down your expenses. You must learn to pull them down. And you must learn another thing that is very important. To kill your debts. This one you pull down. When it comes to debts, you go killing them. That is, unaamua, hii ikifikia wakati ule, takuwa nimemalizana naye. Na nimalize na ikufi. I'll kill it. It will never again appear. So you've not that, remember, let me say this quickly because we will not be in the class. Debts are not bad, but they are bad debts. Don't feel the debts are not bad. And I think I demonstrated yesterday very well, like why I talked about mobile debt. I told you, we will go to them surely. This they know. They should even hear me, those who own it. You go to those things and what you pay is 1% interest daily. So what is the interest rate of it? It is 1 times 365. So how much is the debt? The interest or you pay from your debt. You paid 365 times more. That's a bad debt. Or a debt that you buy for lifestyle, or you take for lifestyle. We are coming to that. Hey, come on. Am I jumping something? I'll come back to it, Lily. Or a debt that you take for lifestyle. You take a debt to buy you buy that. Let me use the Redis thing because it's better. You saw somebody with that hair. What do you call it? Wig. You saw that wig on Instagram, on the news anchor. And when you went to Google, you realized that it costs 24,000. So you borrow a co-op loan to do other things, and then you find you have got 24,000, but now that week, you would really want it on your hand. And you go buying a wig from a loan. Those are the demons that should be chased. Only you get a loan to eat. And this is very common. You take a normal loan, you want what to do with it, but today you get the money, you take your friend for lunch. With what money? The money from a loan. Please. Please. When it is a money from a loan, it is from a loan. It can't, you can't use it on anything else because you're paid. And it will spoil everything. It will in fact deny you your peace somewhere in the Rhine. It will make you not be calm. And it will certainly give you financial stress. So you must make up your mind. When you pick a loan, please hear me. Run to what you want to do with it. And it must be, and I told you in this place again, am I changing this? It's because they have so many new faces. I'm changing what I wanted to say. Because I thought people should follow me. Listen, like I've said here again, never take a loan you are going to pay. Always make sure the loan you pay, you can't pay. The loan you get, you will not pay. Never take a loan, sir, that you are going to pay. Don't. If you know you are going to pay the loan, don't take it. You are saying it is true. I'll ask you how. Now, you have been in my class, yeah. If you want to take a loan you are not going. Take a loan to do something that will pay the loan. Not you to go back to your assets to pay a loan. Not you to go to your money to pay a loan. No. Always be careful. Because when you take a loan to pay, then the problem is one. If you pay it from your pocket, and it is a loan you take, but you are repaying it from your pocket, what then was the money for? If the money you took is not paying itself, you are going back to your pocket to lose, to pay. Does it even make logical sense? You must look at something. It could be long term or short term, it doesn't matter. It can pay in a short, very short term, or it can pay in a long term. It is okay. But one thing you must note, always be clear. Always be clear not to take it and pay it. And this is where, ladies, please, in these groups that you meet, you must be very careful. I was analyzing the groups that ladies meet, and they used to be very much praised to be informal leading. And they go in a group and they give 5,000 each at the end of the month. They are 10. So they have 50,000. The rule of the group is somebody must be given the 50,000. So what you do, you take the 50,000 now. 50,000 is 10 times the 5,000 you are paying. Every month, we depend now, what do you do with that money so that it gives you 5,000 every month and leaves you with something? That's what you should think. But I discovered, after interviewing a few ladies, it ends up with serious stress. In fact, some even have to get, they are always having their houses rocked at the end of the month. Because they can't pay rent. They paid 5,000. If you ask them where is the 5,000, 50,000, no, I did. They show you a few things they bought. You bought them for what? It was a loan. Buy what you paid. After that, you could have bought some chicken. And you can go keep them somewhere. And then feed them with buy chicken worth 40,000. Then use the food for the time being as they give you eggs. Buy those ones that are grown. Then have the eggs to pay the 5,000. But not you. In fact, those groups are making some of you very poor. And also bothering us there with the necessary prayers. And also because you want to be very spiritual, they make you go for 20 days of prayer and fasting so that the Lord can help you. You are an idiot. Wake up. You have made your brain foolish. Come up to the world of the wise. Deliver yourself. Come out to the world of the wise and decide how to live life. Because what you are doing, you are a money chaser. I know I have touched somebody's button. May it feel more pain until something happens. So look, those are the things you are dealing with, by the way, in a short while. I'm using my time well. Those are the things you're going to look at in a short while because we want to do the kind of sub-program. But look, you must be careful. And those are the debts you say you start paying them quickly and get out of those groups. In fact, there's a friend of mine I told, a lady, because there's something we do with her, and then I realized she's borrowing money, small money. Can I get 2K? I pay at the end of the month. Somebody, Then the question was, why are you borrowing? Then the person explains in their group how much they pay. And therefore, at the end of the month, she has to pay that money without fail. And she is forced by 15th not to have any money. And so now she has to borrow 2K to survive. You don't do that. You don't do that. And somebody is asking me, so what could I have done now? And you could have used your head better. It sounds not churchy. It sounds not like church. I discovered this is a language that enters you well. Because as you think about it, it penetrates your brain, your skull. Use your hand. Don't do some things. If you can't die, please do without it. Whatever it is, if you can't afford it, don't borrow for lifestyle. And also don't even use your money for exaggerated lifestyle. Don't go beyond yourself. It is the Bible that says, do not think yourself more highly than you are. So stop impressing us with borrowed hairstyles and borrowed skirts and borrowed trousers and borrowed shirts and borrowed suits. And you look very nice. And we tell you are smart. When your spirit tells you, you are a debtor. You know. So you never enjoy your smartness because it is all debt. Even your car. You know, we don't talk about cars because nowadays there's a craze about cars. As if a car is an asset. You know, some of you see us driving big cars and you don't ask us how they came to us and you want to own them. Please be careful. We don't take them as debts. I won't drive a car that is a big debt and I'm always in. Even when somebody says, hey, you have a nice car, my heart says, high purchase. Plan it well. If you buy a car and you know your standard of your income, buy it like a taxi. Yeah, let it take you to church if it will. But make sure that it is bringing you income. You know, I listened to Pastor Miano talking about how he bought the taxi. He's driving, and he said, I was very careful. He said something that built me immediately. In fact, I woke up in the morning. Normally, I don't look at my phone. Somebody called me, and I looked at my phone, and I saw a clip that was posted, and it was on that line. And then he explained that he started with Boda, the motorbike, that is, they are called Boda Zazonko. Yani the motorbikes of the rich. So you go, a rich man buys a motorbike. He hands it over to you. You agree how much you are bringing every morning, every evening, I mean, and you use the motorbike. And you said you used that for 6 years. Am I right? 6. That is, remember what we said growth is? Do you remember growth is? Remember what was the formula? G equals? Yeah? Come again? Thank you very much. Can you define the words? Can you tell what they were? Growth equals? Direction? Plus? The first one. Growth equals? Plus that is plus consistency plus time. 6 years. Oh. The multiplication. Yes, the multiplication. Did you say plus? It is multiplication. It is times. Look at it exactly like that. This is a guy who could not own a motorbike. This man you see here looking now, Mdozi, look at him. This guy could not manage anything. So he needed to go to somebody who can manage anything. That's why I said again, let me say something I said. And somebody looked at me badly. I like people who look at me badly because it enters them. And therefore it will make them think again. I said, if you go on telling us you don't have a job but you are not doing anything, not that you don't have a job. Anybody who is jobless is lazy. I am not apologetic. You know, they will say they talk like that because they have got money. My friend, we did not start here. We started somewhere. And here is an example. He did not have the money, so he used his hand. So he went to Sonko. So what did he get from Sonko? The Sonko's motorbike. And imagine, for 6 years, you need time. You know, there are those guys who want things to happen magical. This world does not work with magicians. Real humans are not magicians. For 6 years. After 6 years, he gets an opportunity and he realizes he can do something and he gets his own. Thank you, sir. And he realizes he can get his own. This is the way to live life. This is the way to live life. We glow from glory to glory. We don't glow. If you see anything growing, ukizam, if you give birth to a child, and within a week the child is learning, you will run away from the child. You give birth, and within a week you are sucking the child. Then by within 7 days, the child has got teeth and wakes up one morning, starts to run. You will run and call the police. Because that's not a human being. It is another animal. Why shouldn't we learn the same in life? Let's not expect. Let's be people who learn that time builds us. It's very, very important. Are we there? So we must be people. Sorry. Seems it is telling me to. So we must be people who are careful on how we live this life. And now, this is what we are going to do. In the next 90 days, this is what I'm asking you to do. This is short. Very short. I'm going to finish very early. This is very short. Very simple. Call it your 90-day challenge. In fact, your 90-day financial challenge. Now, the first thing, what we want you to do is by 90 days to have more money than you have today. And I'm promising you more money in 90 days than you have today. In fact, this formula earns for between about 15 to 30% more. That one I can tell you. And this is how you do it. Simple things. Fast. From today. From today. Go and look at your finances. Go look at the statements. We said yesterday, people are so careless, they don't look. Look at your finance statement. Look at your M-Pesa. Look at your bank statement. Check your bank. Stroke M-Pesa. Stroke any other income and expense you incur. Sit down with it and list. List up. Look at it and say, this one I miss. Make a list of knowing where every coin went. And if you can't go back for the first week, do this. Track your expense every coin going forward. In fact, that's even easier. Those who don't go back there. Track from today, any cent you use, write it down. Whatever you use, write it down. Then after looking at it, what you need to do is look at what is not important. I shouldn't have written this one. So, seek the unimportant. Stroke unplanned, if you have been planning. You see, let me explain. I checked my my M-Pesa recently and I really got hurt. Not that there's anything wrong with this. It's just that we are all human. And we do human stupid things like I did. Like I also do quite a number. I looked at my M-Pesa from somewhere 1st to 30th. Then I looked at where I set my money and how much money it cost me to set the money. Are you getting me? It is not just setting the money. I realized that on every amount I said, I'm almost losing about 10%. Transaction fee. And I'm those people who have a problem. Me, if you give me money, cash like this, truth, I won't be able to spend it. I'll have to look for somebody to give. I'm delivering myself. I'm only telling you the mistakes. You are hearing me? Because why shouldn't I use it? Why? In fact, I've realized that any money I got physically, I am not able to decide. My head got used to my phone such that I don't see anything given in cash like money. So I'll just, even not to choose to give it well. If we meet with you and you see me giving you 1,000, it's because I don't know it is money. I have trained my mind the wrong way. It doesn't recognize solid money anymore. It's me. I'm telling you what I found out. So I looked at my expenses also, and therefore I looked at what came in, who gave me what money, how did I use it. I noted that every cash I was given solid, like 1,000 notes, none of it helped me. It never went to anywhere. I can say it is on the things I've planned in life to do. Then I asked myself, why? Like, what does that tell me? So I said, hey, wake up. There's a problem. You have used your phone, because I normally use my phone. I always do almost everything I do online. And the way I started was to think, by doing it with my phone, I'm able to track my income and my expenses. True. But what about this other one? So my brain lost it. Now I am retraining myself. If you give me money, I will know now what to do. I can assure you it was last month. From last month, I am not going to lose it. It's going to be value to me. But if I never checked, note the word, if you don't check, don't assume you will know. It is by going through it that you understand. Then when you go to your expenses, like I said, you find what you call the transaction fee. I looked at that. I'm giving it myself. I never was careful. It is not like anything. I'm using money. I'm using my phone. I did not consider the transaction fee. And the question was, why should I lose all this? What can I do? Not that I don't use M-Pesa, but can I use it more intelligently? For example, why would you go to, let me use something that will be understood by everybody. I'm not talking about myself because I rarely go there, but why would you go to the market to pay with M-Pesa? You pay this lady for onions with M-Pesa, pay this one with cabbages with M-Pesa, pay this other one with carrots with M-Pesa, paying the transaction fee for all of them. Why would you do that? The more you pay in small units, the higher the transaction rate. Are we together? So why don't you just withdraw and then go pay them? You save in the cost of the products. Something you are buying 20 shillings and 50 or 21 shillings, you at least save the 1 shilling. And don't undermine 1 shilling. 1 shilling when multiplied is solid money. Don't undermine it. So look at it and decide how to do it. This is my decisions, I'm giving you my own. So if I have to do something, I'll be able to know how to handle. There are some I won't change. I also looked at them and decided, this don't change for good reason. I see the cost is equivalent to the gain. Because there is some way you pay some things and that one is in order. But I'm not saying you don't use M-Pesa. I'm trying to say, track how you do it. Because you'll discover a lot of your money is spent there. So track it from today. Track it. Then look at your expenses and ask yourself, any expense, you go asking yourself, was this necessary? Was this important? If it was unimportant, please mark it with something red. If it was important, let it remain. Then you go doing that in all of them to the bottom. You even find this one, Otieno called me. And he told me he has some urgency. Can I lend him some 2K? He returns at the end of the month. And I quickly sent to Otieno to keep friendship. Not that I wanted, but I didn't want him to hate me or to dislike me. Then you ask yourself, am I growing up or am I becoming childish? Am I becoming a child or am I becoming a mature person? Does it matter what Otieno feels? The part of feeling, is it a part of this debt? Should I have allowed the feeling to be a part of the debt? Should I have had my thought to be a part of the debt? I gave that in the men's fellowship because I didn't want me to be seen like I'm not supporting them. Come on. Don't lose. Give because you have decided. And you'll give better. So you note that. Then you realize, hi, that one, no. So, after doing that, not only that, there are quite a number. And please note, the people you borrow, who borrows from you, and you give, and they are not careful, some of them will not even return your money, but they'll call you again. So give by choice. That's why we say make a budget at the beginning of the month and put aside giving money. Or from your tithes, your offering, to anything you give anybody. And if it gets finished, that's the end. Unless there is a big need and you have to look at somewhere to pray around with your mouth. Still, they are not to borrow. You can pray around with your mouth to assist. So list out all of them and check all of them and see how much. At the end, you'll be surprised if you look at, you have two areas. How much now was worth it and how much was not worth it. If you have not ever done this, I can assure you, do it today and check it. Tell me even tomorrow. I'll tell you. You will discover you have lost so much carelessly. We are all human, and that's what we do. This is what we do. We give, we lend to people we should not have lent to. We do things we had never planned to do, you know. And that's why I normally say, even if you invite me for lunch, invite me because you planned lunch. Your money is there for your entertainment. You want to entertain me with you. I'm not telling people to be rigid. No. I'm only asking you to be responsible. I'm not asking you to be extra frugal, that you can't spend. I think I spent quite well. But I mean, enjoy what you have by having decision over it. You are the master of your money. Let you be the one who have decision on how to use it. Because look, after you get there, this is what we are going to do. When you get the B now, remember, we have listed that, you have listed, you are seeing how you spend, and you have seen what is important and what you must spend, and therefore now you have got A and you have got B. This is what you do immediately. Immediately, pick the B and send it to your asset file or to your self-pay. Send it to money market fund, send it to your circle, send it like that, and make it permanent. It will be going there. So that you don't have it to spend it. This is how to be rich tomorrow. This is how to be rich tomorrow. I mean, with your own money. So take this that you find here and they put it somewhere where it will bring you some profit, or it will be kept there for your future good. So that if you have something in the future, if you have got something in the future that comes abruptly and it was not planned, you are going to be able to use this money that you have used carelessly. Then you'll be a person, by doing this repeatedly, 1 month, 2nd month, 3rd month, your brain gets used. And you become an automated self-deliverer. If you do it once, it doesn't work. If you do it twice, it doesn't work. If you keep it consistent, it becomes automated in your brain. So when you start thinking, you are able to think. And so when you start planning and budgeting, you are able to budget the right things. Is it making any sense? You know, there's nothing to feel guilty about. I told you about my own. Even me, I've got some things I'm handling. Because as we spend, you go on and become careless on the way. You don't know. You become careless on the way because you are a human being. So, you're to me too. You're to me too. No? This does not matter on how much your salary is or how much money you get. In fact, if you don't check this is the biggest danger to any business. If you're a business person, you do the same. Check what comes from your business to other places and ask yourself, does it help the business? Because I told you, what you call business is not just a transaction. You make sure a business is where you get your profit and multiply it. Get a profit and compound it and multiply it. That's how to make wealth. You only get wealth that way. There's no way you are going to get wealth any other way. It is, you do some business here, I get some 100,000, I be from the business, and then of course there is a principal, then I bring the 100,000 to the principal, that even if it was 1 million or even 400,000 or 200,000, and then I get now double profit, I take all of it, I bring it further to do something better, And I go glowing. And I go glowing because I'm able to bring in tools, also leave alone the tool that record money. I'm able to bring in other things that will make me grow faster. Note, the more you have, the faster you grow if you're careful. You will grow faster when you are rich than a person who is starting. And how do you grow rich? Start by honoring money the way I'm showing you. Wacha pesa isikia hata uko na haja nayo. Let money feel you need it. Let money feel lovely that is not being mishandled. Put a feeling on your money. Let your money feel it is owned by a careful person. Weka ka feeling. Put some feeling on money. Well, let money feel the way you feel when you are done well. Put some feeling on your money. Let money feel you are careful with it. You are using it well. You are not just letting it go away in every direction. You are careful. The next thing you check is that thing that you do consistently that steals from you. Everybody here has got something, I'm sure. That thing that you do consistently, it is consistent, that steals from you. Those are the small habits, the small foxes that destroy the vineyard. They are not even big things. Small things that steal from you. For example, can somebody give me an example of what steals from them? Tell us something that steals from you. Somebody. Think of something that steals from you. Hands up. This is my class. Can see you are not lifting up. Hey, there are very many hands. Yes, what steals from you? This is a student.
Whenever you travel, you will find yourself buying snacks.
Did you need those? Well, had you eaten?
Yes.
Why do you buy snacks? Now look.
Instead of waking up and going to work early, you find yourself taking a Buddha.
You wake up from work, you can walk to work, but I don't want to use the word lazy, but you just feel, let me get on a Buddha. And you get on a Buddha going where? Things are still from you because it's important. This one always on data for things that are not helping you. You keep on buying data. Check those things still from you, this side. Some addition from this side. Something that steals from you. This class does not answer me. So, there is something that steals from you. Think again. Don't enjoy us. We are sure you are not better than us. Are they better than us? You are not. Oh, yes.
Kuchomea jeshi.
Oh, yes. What did you say?
Kuchomea jeshi.
Kushomea jeshi. Kushomea jeshi, that one I am lost. I am Kenya Pentecost. Now, kuchomea jeshi means?
Tips.
Come again.
Giving tips to people.
Just like that. That is making some people feel good for no reason. You go giving people the money for no reason. It's like even the World Bank never does that. But you do that. Anybody with another addition? I want people to hear how those thieves that you carry in you, those thieves. There's something you are not saying. Yes?
I'm saying unnecessary phone calls.
Like which one, for example? What unnecessary phone calls?
You can just feel like calling a friend for no reason at all.
Unnecessary phone call. Call people with a purpose. You don't like them. You are not even checking on them because you miss them. But you just feel like, let me call so and so. And you call. One more time. I want to hear many of those. There's something I'm waiting on. Here.
For example, you find that when you are within town, you just decide to enter into the supermarket.
You just decide
To
without a reason.
Yeah,
It
without a
happens.
plan. And you pick
I have blown it out of my nose. Are you serious, my brother?
Yes. It happens.
Church, class, let me get this clear. Are you saying something that happens on earth?
Yeah, it happens.
You are just allowed town and you said to enter into a supermarket?
Yes.
To do what?
To enjoy yourself, and then
To enjoy yourself.
and then you find buying some things that are on offer.
Yeah. Is that true? You can just be walking around town and you feel like entering the supermarket. And then you enter. and you don't see a demon somewhere. You see, these are the things. You see, those are thieves. Because it shows you have no plan, you have no budget, you have no idea of what you're doing. And by then, never knew such can happen. That somebody is just walking it down a supermarket and then goes to us. And then you all agree it happens. Let's hear more. Let's hear more. Let's hear more. I think it's important. There is one more there and another one there. Let's hear more. Yeah, there's another one there.
You see a hawker, you see a nice shoe, you had not planned for it, then you buy.
You just see a hawker passing and you see a shoe, namwambia stop. And you start purchasing the shoe. There is another one there.
Giving in to unnecessary.
Listen, these are important. And please be taking the one that is talking about you. Okay, get moving.
Giving in to unnecessary cravings, like maize. Yeah.
You know, you feel something that like you crave, like you said yesterday, that if people buy roasted maize by the roadside because they are craving. Yeah. With what money? Let's get moving. Come again.
Buying ready-made food instead of cooking.
I'm not getting it.
Buying ready-made food.
Buying ready-made food. There are people who are fighting. There are people who are fighting. There are people who are already fighting. Because he's saying, you are spoiling my business. Now, buying ready-made food instead of cooking. And by the way, do you even know how it was cooked? You sell it to others. Those of us in this class, we know. Don't rush. Only buy it if it is to comfort her. To comfort her, people. To comfort the seller. To comfort the business lady. We will buy when we need it. You know, you buy ready-made food when you can just walk home and do what? And cook. And by the way, when you buy such food and you had the raw materials in the house to cook, do you give that food to your children? The one you buy ready-made? To everybody? You eat all of it, all of you. And was it necessary? Thieves. We are dealing with thieves. We are dealing with thieves. Please, if you keep any chauri yako. We are dealing with thieves. Listen, hey, class, settle, order, class.
Spending a lot because the children have asked. Maybe you had planned to spend 2,000 with them, but you end up spending 4,000, which you had not planned.
Because the children became your master. Lack, that is simple, it has been defined. Lack of discipline, such that you train even your children not to be disciplined. You had the purpose, but because you have the children who say, Mami, he, Bamba, he, and then you go buying. These are thieves. Finally, one more thief. There's a thief. There's somebody here who is giving us thieves. Not the children. The children are not the thieves. It is the spending.
Unnecessary hangouts just for tea, coffee. Just meet someone on the street.
This is what these two guys do. Now, those who don't ask me. This is what these two guys do. Now, bana chai mepungua. Chai mepungua. You know, you just have some funny hangout that mean nothing. You don't have anything. You don't have any agenda, but you have a lot of hangouts. Another one there. I needed those thieves to come out very many.
Yeah, and this also comes as a question. What about...
First of all, before I answer the question, bring
Yes.
the issue.
That is why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
When we find the beggars on the road...
The what?
The beggars.
The beggars.
And the needy.
Yes.
And we give.
Yes.
Does it fall in there?
No, does it?
It is.
We say be responsible. Listen. If you want to help a beggar, be responsible enough to plan to help him in a proper way. And some of them, be sure they are beggars indeed. Where did you get money from to give the beggar? Oh, you feel nice in the heart. If you want to help that beggar, think like a person with a solution. Look for what you can do about that beggar. If he has been crawling on the floor, don't give that money. Plan within the next 3 months. I'll raise enough money to buy that beggar a wheelchair. You become responsible. You use money well. You're planned. If it's somebody you want to, that's the way you do these things. You don't just feel, it's good to help people who are needy. Please be careful. Jesus said, and the poor, you will have them always. When they poured oil on him, that is the mindset somebody had, that all this money, they should have been sold and given to the poor, the beggars. But Jesus said, people, mafuta, pour it on me. This is the intention. This is the right thing to do. Because the poor, you'll have them always. One more. Oh, there is another one there. In fact, I want to exhaust them. Give one here, Kwanzaa. Hapa.
Buying clothes impulsively.
Buying clothes?
Impulsively. And you're passing through a boutique.
Oh, you see some clothes. Yes. And because it looks very nice, what we said yesterday, you suffer from some background mentality where it's like, and I want it now and here. So you quickly buy it, even if you did not plan, you did not have the money for it.
Joining investments without doing prior research. And also betting.
Oh, betting. Ladies and gentlemen, if any of us is a bettor, would you kindly come for deliverance? And you can be sure we are not going to pray for you. I'll just give you 2 slaps. And then tell you to sit down. So if you are a debtor, please, I'll not pray. I'll just put one, put the second, then tell you sit down, and then you'll be delivered. That's one thing that you never even, these are the evils. And also the other one, and that's very important to be noted. After talking like this, some people will start looking at any investment and putting money there. Particularly when you hear it is going to give you good returns. Please, while we are in such classes, we said from in the other summit, the one thing we emphasized in the other summit repeatedly, and I think I've repeated it so many times when I speak, is this one. Always get your facts right. Get your facts right. Don't be in a hurry. Get your facts right. There is nowhere things are going. And that's important everywhere. Any other who feels the thief close their compound has not been mentioned? So look at that. So please go down and look for these things that are stealing from you and list them. Now, after you do this, let me tell you what you do. You create what are called the don't. You create a list of I don't. That is, you create yourself, me, this. You write sentences like this. I don't bet. Bet. How is even the word bet spelled? Like that. I don't bet. Number 2. I don't buy what I have not planned. You go down lighting them. What else do you want to write? Let me have more people. You light things, you negation. You already are declaring who you are. Me now, this dignified individual that I am not going to do this. So you risk, I don't bet. I don't buy what I have not planned. I don't. You risk them. And the priest note, these are things you have to write if you're serious. Because you are human. And you need to remind your brain about it. We want you to save some little money for you. Not little, some money. We are looking for the 30% to save. I don't do this. I don't. And that is why, even when, now this is technical. This is serious. Even when your father and your mother calls you, and your brother and your sister, and are asking for money, unless, of course, there are those who don't always call. There is a big need. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about those things that are real. Are you hearing me? But there are people who was walking on the street, and when they remember you, they take the phone. And they start calling you to bring them money. I learned a trick a long time that really worked when my father was alive. He was not bad, but he grew old and reached an age where now he could only remember me at the call for money. And now what was wrong is that he was not even using it. I would go and find with the money I sent, never helped him. But I sent him money. So it became quite, then I realized how. So he would call me and ask me for 2,000. Then I would send him 200 and tell him, I can't be able to send now, but I have sent you some 200. Please use it. And then because he was of course getting old and he was losing memory, he would think I sent the 2,000. Not that you know, but I'm not saying, please listen, I'm in no way saying, if my father would arise today and he stood here, he would bless me in front of all of you. I took good care of him. But I'm only trying to show you the small things you need to be careful about. Don't just do things. Plan them. When you get such an, always don't be those people who, even if you have children, like now those of us who have grown children, let not my daughter ask me for 5,000 and I immediately go looking for it to send it. No way. I will take time, not for any purpose, for her to learn that money is not always there. Are you getting me? Or if I find it's something she can do in slowly, if it's money that was taken out for a month, I said 1,000 today, and I said 1,000 next week. And I said another one 500. She was not even expecting 500. She says 500. Finally, I'll help where I'll do what I ought to do. But I'll be careful. Because also I'm training my brain. Remember, all these lessons are brain training. These of you to your, all those thieves you have mentioned who steal on you, please list them and they say, I don't do that. I don't do the other. And one other thing, if you're doing business, for example, you put it clear. I don't eat from my business. I plan to put some other money aside. So you don't go to the business. This I mean direct. Because it depends on what level you are in life. It depends on what level you are in life. But don't say you are doing business and you are directly picking people things from your shop. You want some maize flour, you go to the shop and pick it. You want some flour, you want some oil, you go pick it. Then are you doing business or is this a wardrobe? Yes. That's a good question to ask. You should pick and pay. I support it. She's asking from where? When you are doing business, we say, we have said this in many classes. Let me explain. I said yesterday, and I repeat, look, so when somebody asked about, remember I was talking about creating a buffer. Do you remember? And then we explained what is a business and what is not a business. And I told you that business where you just put it there and you are eating from there, it is in fact your consumer store. You are the consumer and that is your store where you consume from. What all that happens is this one. With your consumer store is this one. You are a clever person. It is wisdom, by the way. No, this is not a joke. It is wisdom. This way. Somebody comes to buy today, buys my cabbage that I'll cook the day after tomorrow, and it gives me 1 shilling more. So I go to the other side and I buy a cabbage, but I've got how much? 1 shilling. So what could have taken me to get finished in a week, it takes me a week and 3 days. That is, it's also an idea. Are you getting me? But now, this is the question we need to ask. So what happens is this. You must, if you are saying you are in business, you must completely put a separation between you and any activity you are doing for money. This is activity, this is me. So the activity here, if me I am here and the activity I do here is selling groceries, for example, me use the grocery thing because we used it yesterday. We are selling groceries here. These groceries I'm selling them because I've done a homework. And I've known I can be able to be getting cabbages, 40 of them. And when I sell them, I'm going to get 60 shillings. So what you do, if you don't have any other way from there, that's why I'm asking how. You don't have any other way from there. Is you decide you are starting a business. Out of the 60 shillings you get, give yourself some 30 shillings. Put some 30 shillings here that you cannot spend. With the time, you will find you are no longer touching here. If you use the money here, like the buffer, as I said. You go on like that. So finally, you end up with your consumer store, but with another business. The consumer is where you consume your things from. But now you have got a business where you're not touching anything. Because how can you grow if you're removing things to removing? You must decide, I can't remove from here, but I can remove from here. That's why you even are forced to separate your... Let me use her business, for example. Let me give you an example as a business. What item? Give her a phone call. Where is that Microphone. Hey, what items do you sell, for example? Let's use us as a practical example. Na musimeki mimi ni change program yangu yote. Endelea. Masaa iko kukwisha. It is 7 minutes to. Mention things you sell. Flesh. Let's do this practical because of that question. For the sake of even of anybody who is doing that. You sell flesh milk. Come again. Cabbages. Tomatoes. Onions. And then semi-cooked food. Semi-cooked fish cereals. Semi-cooked or of course semi-cooked or completely cooked. Completely cooked. Boiled. So you now look, this is what you do. This is practical. I would ask you to do this. Everybody use this example if you can. And you remember to ask me questions after this. If I were you, this is what I'll do. I'll not allow myself to be selling everything here and then I go home with the money to buy things that I need in the house. I will come here and decide. I'm going to capitalize on one area. The fresh milk and the cabbages are my house food. The rest of them are my growth seed. Are you getting it? You are telling me it is not enough, but nothing will be enough. But I mean, you will be able to improve them because you continue to consume in your house by the very minute that you don't have the money. If you have got the money from this and you are taking it here, you will use more. Is that the human nature? You've got money from all of them, you use more, but you know this one, so you are able to separate what you get from different things as your growth seed because this is your business. This is your consumer store. Then you grow them to a level where maybe you get up now what we are calling the second line stream of income, where you get another line, where now you are doing something that is completely for your growth, where the money you get is only what you can use to grow. It's what you can use to buy a pro, to get a loan, if you had to repay the loan and all that, and you are not coming back here because you have developed a buffer. So this is what you do. You even don't go to a farm. Let me use the farm. Those of us who are farmers. Don't also go to the farm and you are keeping cows and you're growing cabbages and you're doing anything and you can just pick the money and consume it. You have to decide what business you are doing. So you need, because you may not be having the two streams of income immediately, how you start is put a demarcation. Is it making sense? Because that's the only way to grow. If you don't put a demarcation, you'll be going round the mountain all your life. Because you don't have any money somewhere. So this one, the money you get here, you immediately said it. Listen, I didn't finish. The money you get from this, you don't go home with it. You don't move away. If they used M-Pesa, for example, and they paid you, make sure that you don't go with that money in your phone or in your pocket. Make sure it goes to an account you have set aside for your growth. And this is what you call business. Because that way, you will find you have grown it. Don't be surprised if you develop money enough here that you go to Melu and come with a pickup full of cereals. But when you go consuming it just like that, it becomes a challenge. So that's what you do. So where did this come from? We were discussing the 90 days, what to do. You have already, we moved away from the thieves. We what? The thieves. We what? Oh, the don'ts. So these are now the decisions you make. Like now, one of the decisions. I don't spend from my cabbages and onions. They are my seed. Now uandike somewhere. In fact, even if it means you write on the door to your house. Ukitoka. When you are going to sell, when you are walking out, you see it. I mean it, because you are used to a particular system. Please never trust your brain. Learn to push your brain to live the way you want. Don't trust it, because if you just walk out with them, you'll forget. Lead it. Lead it. So make sure you read the don'ts. If you are a family, make the don'ts. That is, if you all understand each other. If you don't understand each other, do your don'ts. Don't start saying, my wife will not understand. My husband, you're not understand. It's none of your business. You'll never change anybody. Live your life. That one I say a million times. But I know people ask me, and now we live together, and now all our things are together, and the two shall become one. It's okay, but one can die. And then you need to be ready in your life. In times of war, prepare for. In times of peace, prepare for. So write your don'ts. Right now, first of all, before I go on, and everybody on their books, make a decision. Write 4 don'ts. And it is not a joke. If you are not going to follow it, don't write it. Don't waste time. Don't try to impress. You know, you all know me. I'm never impressed by anybody, but for anything. So don't try to impress me that you are writing. Put down something you in your don'ts. You can write as many as not more than 5. Because also don't write so many. Let's start somewhere. So go down to your don'ts. I don't. Start by, I don't eat cereals. I don't, not cereals. I don't eat snacks when I'm going to school, bought in the car. I use that money, I said it to an account. In M-Pesa, called CD. This is a serious matter. Are we good? We are finishing, so even time will not allow me to go further. It seems our night things will not work, but that can be enough. Let me first of all find out, have you eaten? Then first of all see if everybody has finished. We want 3 people who would like to share their don'ts with us. And the 3 of you, if you dare share with us, know we will be following you. You could be the person who gains most in this than anybody else. But okay, if you belong here, this is one I want. Anybody who wants to share their don'ts, 3 of them. You want to? You know I'll follow you personally. That's good. Give her the mic. That one I follow her. You all know hiyo ni ile unaitwanga watoto zangu. Watoto yangu hiyo ndio mmoja wana tadikaga usiku na mchana. She cries often. She cries often, but comes back to normal. Let's get moving. Listen to her don'ts.
Okay.
Don't explain.
Yeah, I want to share so that you also tell me whether they're okay. One is I don't lend money, so unplanned, that one. And then I don't waste time. Time is money. And I don't please my children.
I think the framing. I think I don't agree with your framing. I think I don't agree with your framing. I don't agree with your framing. You do not lend unplanned money. And in fact, all carelessly without intention. That in an intention you had purpose. For any other purpose except, I don't know how to put it, but you understand. Then the other one, you say this, I don't waste time. Can you tell us what time you waste? Give her the microphone, that one. Can we understand how you waste time? You specifically. And you know, I don't know whether you've said the truth. So say.
Yeah, like when I wake up in the morning and I'm wondering what I need to do first.
Aha. That's where maturity starts. You never, listen, you mean, okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about many people. You mean, imagine waking up in the morning and you are wondering what to do next. What does that tell you? Not even plan. You don't have a purpose. You must wake up. They say this, if you can. If you can, this has been tried by many people and they have been successful. Plan your tomorrow in the evening before tomorrow. If you are leaving, before you leave the office, plan what you are going to do tomorrow. Plan it, all of it, and have it written. Because if you don't write it, you'll not do it, and you'll not be productive. So plan. And sometimes, let me also explain, wasting time, some people can take like resting is wasting time. please also note, you must plan to rest. Resting is not time wasting. Then praising the children is not, I know you have interpreted it in your mother tongue. You know that you hear her mother tongue, the way she used praise, that's just interpreted directly from the mother tongue. Because that's what the mother tongue would say. You are simply saying you are not going to do things because of children, things that are irresponsible. You are not going to do irresponsible things because of the demand of your children. You are not going to do those irresponsible things. Okay. Do you remember you have said them? Those three. I'm following them for 90 days. And I'll ask you every 2 weeks, I'll call you. I promise. And not those two. I want the rest of the others. For obvious reasons. What's one person? Any other person who wants to say something? What you won't do? People, we are all give it to her. Don't fear even to say the worst. Give it to her. Hey, this one is even serious. Anasema, sio mimi, ni huyu.
Okay. So the first one is, I don't take mobile loans. Example, Mshwari and Fuliza. I don't give without planning. And I don't eat a lot of snacks in the office.
A lot?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to eat a few. Okay. Why do you want to eat a few? You feel you need a few. No, it's okay. No guilt. Eat a few. But yes, you see, say things you are able to do. Something measurable. I was using 100 shillings in snacks. Now I'm using 50 shillings. Don't try to become magical. What you want to change one morning. Are you getting me? So what she's putting on is also something very, very important. You won't be taking a lot. She'll be taking just some reasonable amount. It's okay, but you go deleting them, because if I took breakfast, really, why am I eating them? If it is that you told me it is called craving, to be honest, I don't understand those words, because I don't know what I can crave for. I would like to have something to crave for. I feel how somebody feels. But I mean, you can be able to get away from such kind of things. So that's it. You don't need to put yourself into something you'll not be able to do. So I wholly agree. I completely pick you as so. But you must have a real thing. When you say that, then you calculate, you say, I've been using 200 shillings in snacks. I'll never use more than 100 in snacks. That is it. That becomes practical. Any questions? Anyway, we can't go beyond there. Whatever has helped that far is what we are going to go with, because it's 12:30. It's not go beyond. Of course, we may not finish, but I think this can be helped up to there. But I should listen to some. Yes? So that I previously.
You has to improve one.
Come again.
Training us.
Hey, okay, that microphone is letting you down. Just say that I can hear.
You had taught us to improve 1% daily. Like when we go for soul winning, we preach to people. Wakati mwingine unakuta mtu anavuta sigara na ulimhubiria akaokoka. How can you help us overcome these things, like making unnecessary calls, using data anyhowly? How can you advise us to do it?
Very quickly. Decide. Listen, see the danger of it and see where you want that money to go. Let me tell you something. When you see the end of your goal, it pushes you to hold yourself. You're getting me? Because like now, why would you use data unnecessarily? Why? If you're not aware there is a Wi-Fi, and that data is not increasing your sales, it is not increasing your knowledge. If you have to use it, use it because I've decided I want to learn about something. You know, if you feel you must entertain yourself, then decide, I'm buying 20 shillings that are just to feel good in TikTok, then that is the end. But remember, it is addictive. So it is like saying, I will be drinking 1 bottle, but not 2. So the next day you drink how many? 2. So please be careful. You have to be careful how you do it. But the reality is this. When you know where you are going, when you know this is like, now you, look at your case, how good it is. Your case, we are looking at a moment where you are getting your own shop. Your case here. It is the purpose you have is to have your own shop where you are selling cereals in bulk and where you have your own business. You don't have a consumer shop. At the moment, it is a consumer shop. That word is not negative. I intend it, Yotukubukage. But look, you are not the consumer of your shop. So you will be able to stop using data because you take all the profit from your tomatoes with the data. Was there any need of waking up in the morning? Even if it is the profit from one tomato, should you have come out to sell it? Should you have bought it to sell it? So you must tell yourself and let your brain understand why you can't do it. Let your brain understand. Usikia kauchungu. I don't know whether you are like me. When I start thinking about something that I want to live, natiabiaga tu ambacho ni mbaya. Ndio akili yangu ichike. Then I decide no. And because nilitumia muda ya kujifanya because I use time to make myself feel some pain out of something, I remember. So I remember quickly. So I'm able to not to do it. So this is like your case, this is it. Very simple. Just look at the cost. In fact, the most important thing anybody must always do is something we call cost analysis. Whatever you do its cost analysis. How much is it harming you? How much is it profiting you? Simple. How much are you losing? How much are you gaining? In everything. That's the direction we go. So that is how, the much I can say is make up your mind and be clear and decide I'm a grown up and this is what I've decided. I am owning my own shop by 2026 and anything I save goes there. It may not look possible today, but I'll save it. And you start moving. And you'll be surprised how quickly you'll do that. Any other question? Hey, quite, please. One here, one there.
Okay, thank you very much for the teachings. Now, yesterday you told us that we need to plan on how to come out of active income.
Yes.
And then today you have told us that you need to have a certain occupation that you are named after.
Yes.
So it's like they are conflicting. Why is the real balance?
Conflicting, explain the conflict, please.
Because in my thinking is that if there is something that I'm known, I'm the only one who does it best, then it is like an active income.
Yes.
I have to be present for it to generate income.
Yes.
But yet you told us that we must, when you are depending on active income, you are one emergency away to being poor.
Yes.
So how do I come out
Thank you. I had explained, I think I didn't explain it, but I think maybe I didn't explain it very well. This is it. For example, active income for those who came today is, we said, is somebody who is depending on a salary or on something he himself does. That is, if you get unwell today, that no return, no nothing, Fisher. If you are fired today, no return, no nothing, that's it. And then he says, that's what I said. And then I say today, you must do something that you will be, let me use the word, will be identified with you. Identified. Spell. Something that will be identified with you. So, when somebody, for example, wants to say the same thing I've just said, somebody will identify. For example, this way, simple. If you want a house to rent today, where will you go? If you see, there is kuna kitu that is simply mentioned with you. Most people tell people, see, that is the guy who takes people to such and such places. Maybe he owns a truck and he is known for taking people for excursions up Mount Kenya. Something it is mentioned with you. Now, I did not say that you get away from your active income. I said you must create something. You must, in fact, let me use the other word I used the other way. It's like you must create a buffer that will make sure that if your active income is gone, you are continuing to live. Are you getting me? For example, if it's something you're doing with your hands, if, for example, you own a salon, like the one, like the yesterday's lady, you earn a salon, And you are the one who does most of the things. You are the one who knows almost all the things. You are the one who knows how to do them. Very simple. Start training people that in a way that that salon can work without you being there. You are getting me? Whichever you do that other thing, now develop young men and train them how to do it so that you continue doing your thing. It is necessary. It is necessary for you to do that active one. But train some other people and also develop structures to manage it. There's a time I taught about structures to manage business. You can't do a business without structures. Honestly, I said this and I'll repeat it for you to go thinking. If I go away from Kenya for the next 1 year, my company will run without even me making a single phone call to Kenya. I'm not boasting. I'm just trying to tell you something. Are you hearing me? Why? The systems, if I want any minute to know what has happened, if I want to know what has happened in the company in the last 6 hours, it will take me 5 minutes on my phone. If you're developing a company that you want to be serious, get softwares to learn your company. Sometimes you'll be forced to put in CCTVs for the reason of observation at a distance if you're doing your active thing. So you put in structures that will run it. So that if one day even you don't want to continue with active income, you have something you're getting into. Am I answering your question? That's exactly what I meant. There, please.
Thank you, sir. My question is on the area of debt. Just something I've come across where some people will say you can use debt to offset your taxes, especially with a company, where maybe you take a debt to buy an asset, and then it helps you to reduce your tax burden in your books. So I was asking, maybe in your journey of business, is that something that is practical, that small business people can use? And also, the debt atmosphere in Kenya, the tax atmosphere is really squeezing even small businesses nowadays. Are there strategies on how to manage tax that people can use in small business?
Should use the tax people. In fact, you pay tax from your debts. Now, let me explain. What you have said is true. At some level of business growth, business growth, because he's talking about you are using debts to reduce your taxes. We do it the other way around. Listen. But now, at what level? You see, the point here is, rarely is it used. There's no way. It's very difficult. I don't know a way. I don't know a way that small or glowing who are just starting business people can use that. To be honest, I don't know. I have not come across something, and my mind cannot go around that one. But when you reach some level of growth, for example, and you have got a lot of, let's assume you have got a lot of assets, and you have got you have got buildings, you have got cars, you have got properties, you do not keep them in your name. You develop what is called a trust. And you have the properties owned by a trust, not by you. There are a lot of returns. In fact, if you transfer your property to my trust, I don't pay capital gain in Kenya. So the tax, it is the rich knowing how to live rich, so they go there and they make laws that will keep their riches with them. Are you getting the point? It is the rich, when they are there, and so they do taxes that will protect them. In fact, you can do that. You can take a debt to buy an asset, and the purpose of the asset is simple: to offset, to make you also. Some of them, let me also charge you. Some of them are even to sufficient your money, to clean up money that you need to explain where it came from. Those things happen. So at this, to be honest, that one is rarely. The small scale business people growing have not been favored in that one by law. But when you reach a particular level of income, there are a lot of taxes you don't pay. So become more so as to pay less. That is what I'm striving to become more so that I pay less. So those things happen. On that one, I can't be able to bring it to. You ask whether I can bring it to that level. No, I don't have a way. Finally, the last, if there is any, because we have 15 minutes after. And you all know, I always say I'll keep time, and I know I often do. I often do. I am at least at 95% on timekeeping in many things, and you know that. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. You lot, I don't. All right? I challenge you to now follow those statements for the next 90 days. And how do you start? You start by knowing what you have and what you own. Please don't live a life where you don't know your net worth. Kuja hapa, Juliet. Listen to an accountant. Can you tell, get a pen. Can you do a net worth for one person? Assume is one person. Just assume somebody is, and give them their net worth. What is show them this is your net worth.
I write.
Yes.
So I think I write the formula.
Go ahead.
Net worth. I'll use the simplified version you taught us.
Don't talk to me. You're giving us.
So net worth equals your assets.
Explain a few things what assets are.
Your assets include, I write whatever I think.
What do you want?
Okay, like land, if you have land, or we can base on the grocery. There is if you're in business, assets also include stock. Yeah, that's the name I'm looking for. The stock. Stock is what you are selling, what you have in hand, your business stock. And then there is cash in hand. Thank you. There is cash in hand. Cash in hand includes both the cash and also the cash in the bank. There are also investments. For example, MMF. Another one, shares. Yes. And one of those that I know many people forget is things like NSSF. They're also part of your investment, isn't it? Yeah. Many people don't know how much you have.
Before you become a serious accountant, because I normally tell them not to count them. Okay, okay, go on.
So it's assets less liabilities. So liabilities are debts. Liabilities in real sense, it's debts, what you owe others. So it includes debts. What else? Expenses. No. Do I explain something? Yeah. So for people who are in business, there is the profit and loss. So profit and loss, oh my. For you to know your profit, what do? You need to look at your input. Yeah? Income and expenses. Yeah. So your income, for someone
The
like...
problem with an accountant, what is income?
Income for the grocery is what you are selling, the
Correct.
cash you have
What
sold.
are expenses?
Expenses are the things that you have bought. So you went to the market to buy the total expense.
So let's get something.
Yeah.
Now, what else do you do after that?
So income minus expense, that's the profit.
Assume my land is worth 1 million.
And this profit is the one that comes here. It's the cash in hand, I assume, isn't it?
So we have not understood. So net worth equals asset. You have not finished.
No, so net worth is assets less your debts. Make it simpler.
So thank you. Now, accountants are technical. So this is it. Very simple. It simply means all of the properties you have and all the money you have at hand. If you have got a cow, the cow is an asset. If you have got a chicken is an asset. All those ones. Then if you have got money in the bank, it is a what? An asset. If you have got money in the cooperative as shares, that is an asset. So you restate here. After you have done that, you come to now what we are calling the abilities. The things that spend your money simply. The things that spend your money. Because when you come to the abilities, like, it's rent a liability. Those are the things I needed you to. Yes, listen, that's what I want people to get. Now look, there are those things that you spared here, kabla hata akuja hapa, what we call an expense. In fact, siku nataka ende mambo ya liability. Your expenses are simply what? Are simply now a liability. So what you do is simple this. This is what you do. Forget about it. Wait, accountant. Wacha mambo ya accountant. Kuna mtu pale alikuwa confused. This is how you do it. List a list like this. Put down things that give me value, that return something to me, right there. All the things that eat from me, list them there. Draw a line, divide the two. The balance is your net worth. You have got it?
Yeah, that's the simplified version.
It's simple. Simple. You say, what are those things that like lad is, look at those things that that they can bring something to me, or, and then to go to that side, what are all those things that consume from me? Then add there, and then equals net worth. Then do the same at the end of the month after today. After doing the I don't. You're getting me? I don't, you go, okay. All right, forget about the boat. After going to, I don't do this, I don't do this, I don't do this. So don't do it for 6 months, not for 6 months, for 1 month. Then you discover there are some don'ts you did after that day. And then call it over to the next month and put a mark on them to remind you. Then go to the second month. Within 90 days, you'll have perfected something that controls the way you use your money in life. And I can assure you, you'll have saved, check it, after 90 days, I would request some of you to tell us. You'll have saved between 15 to 30%. Some, by the way, get it to 50%. You'll have saved between 15 and 30% of your money. Now, what matters from there on, what do you do with that money immediately? That's why I said, for the first month, don't even think about it if it is there. Set it to a savings that is giving some interest. Are we together? Don't think again. Go to the next month. Whatever you get, set it to a savings that is earning some interest. That's why I was coming to the money market fund. Money market fund is not a business. It's a savings thing for many people, because a 12% interest will not make you rich. Or a 17 if you go to like the one I was giving you. It won't make you rich. It will only make you rich over a long period of time because of compounded interest. If when the interest is compounded and you come, particularly those who are young, if you decide to do that consistently, careless of looking at the money, you'll be surprised who you can be in the next 10 years or in the next 7 years. But it's not intended really to make you become rich tomorrow or to become rich quickly, but try to put your money there. Then after 90 days, check how much you put in that account. Then look at it on the percentage of what you are using a date. It will be more than 15 or 30%. Hiyo imeeleweka? Are we together? And that's why I was giving you a guarantee, because I know. That's why I was telling you this is guaranteed. If you do that consistently for 90 days, without saying, and without also delivering yourself with what we learned the other day, I'm not able to. I am. This is not about who you are. It's about a purpose to become better. What you must learn is that what it will do to you is not just getting more. It also trains you how to live your life. It somehow develops the way you think. It affects your brain, the way your brain thinks. And with time, you realize you're even becoming a better person. That is a normal thing to do. So I think, any question on that? Because that's what we want to go and do from now. I wish I would almost call the same number of people here after 90 days. But I would almost suggest you look at somebody here you can handle. Yes, look at somebody here who can be your partner. They are called accountability. Create an accountability partner if you can here. Yeah, kama nyinyi mnaweza, let it not be your wife or your husband. Don't make your wife or your husband don't atakwambiaga, this is what I always tell you. Yeah, this thing. Don't get your accountability partner a complete different person that will tell you the truth. You know, I did that thing yesterday. I bought a dress. Hata nimenunua nguo na ninasikia mbaya, then maybe anakujibu uza or whatever you do with it. But if you can't get somebody, make yourself accountable to yourself. Write it down and make sure you follow it on a daily basis. In fact, I am 100% guaranteed all of us will be richer in 90 days than we are today. Because remember what I told you. You don't become rich by what you earn, or you don't grow by what you earn. You grow rich, or you grow by what you don't use. Are we together? But don't deny yourself, but look at those things and do them. Can't go on beyond that. You want to say something? Okay, say. You are the last one to say.
I have a testimony from the last summit.
Go ahead.
I want to encourage. So last summit, my takeaway was to kill my debts. I've not finished, but there was a loan I had taken of. Are you recording? Of some money. I was supposed to pay at the end of it interest of 1 million and something, actually beyond 1 million. And then I did that principal reduction, reducing of the principal with some money. And I have ended up saving like 700,000 from the interest that I would have paid.
Very many times, this happens to be my good student. That was done from a sitting on a table. And the other day she came to show me what she has saved. This is what we want to do. We want to do things that are practical. And if you see, the other day I used her, but I should say the same. If out of those learnings you see what she has put on her net worth, in fact, would I be lying if I tell those people you have improved your net worth from let's say from the other year to now, you have improved your net worth by almost over 25%. Over 25%. Because I know her because I know her, and I know a few things. You can improve it. You can do it. And her sister is there. She knows whether you are talking the truth or not. So, do something. It works. Why are you looking at me as if it doesn't work? Tell your neighbor it works. Let's start up. Kuna kengele imepiga pale. Na mtu the timings, yeah, it has come to one. I'm sorry. But no, I'm not apologizing, but I'm sorry. Now, brethren, let's become, what we are looking for is a moment. When people will look at us after we have grown and wondered, why are things happening this way to them? And they are just the Christians like any other Christians. What are they doing different? And then they learn from us and become better. So keep educating yourself. Keep doing those things that matter. Keep disciplining yourself and holding on where you need to hold on. And let life become better. Lift up your heart and say, Lord Jesus, help me. I know I'm able to do that which I see like I can't. I confess that I believe I will do more than I think I can. I announce I'm stepping another step forward to be more in for my finances, more in my health, more in my wealth. I declare I am different. I am grown. I am blessed. In Jesus' name, I believe. And everybody said, amen. Amen. Go and become. You're blessed. Oh, sorry. I'm always taught to remember offering. Have a seat. No, the pastor should not be letting me. I always forget this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to give. Are those online? Our pay bill number is 247247. If you're giving for an offering for a Thanksgiving, or for my decision for the summit. You can even give and call it my summit decision. Whatever you call it, 458007 hatch. Whatever you are giving, and then if you are giving cash or something that is physical, there is some offering basket here. I always tell people, learn. We have said from next time we come in this summit, I'll also remember, because you must have come having planned what to give. It's necessary. I know you have given now. Father, we thank you for our giving. Your word says, we give, and shall be given unto us a good measure, shaken together, running over and overflowing. We announce we have given in your name. Oh God, may it happen in accordance to your word, because we believe and trust you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. Have a good evening. A good afternoon. You are blessed.